Good morning, world. Here we are. Oh, crack of dawn. Crack of dawn. Do have a coffee though, so you know it's gonna be good. You know it's gonna be an alright day if you got coffee. Go into your lips. Yeah. Okay, well, the last two readings were a little bit, well, they are there, but sometimes I'm like, oh, I just know it's not the message some people want to hear. But that's not the point. But still. Okay, well, let's pull out this deck, the Light Seers. Let's see if this can... We'll go fishing today. We'll go fishing today to see if there's any good news on the horizon. Let's see what kind of fish. Oh, let's bring in this chair. Okay. Okay. Let's see, what do we got here? Well, you know what? We do have some oracle cards. Let's pull out a couple oracles and get a finger on the pulse. Well, I'm feeling drawn to old Colette, the spirit animal oracle. I always put the mounts in my step. Wow, I've been up. You know, it's so crazy. Well, it's not that crazy. Well, okay, never mind. It's a totally other story. Never mind. Okay, but what is... Okay, hold on. What's going on here? Yeah, I won't tell that crazy story. Never mind. Okay, well, I'll just shuffle then. Think of another story. Oh, well, the internet is rife this morning. Holy. I know I shouldn't be doom scrolling first thing when I wake up, but sometimes the breeze just takes me there. It is wild to see what people are talking about. Even the live streams. Oh, occasionally my phone will just get sucked, like pulled in. All of a sudden I'll be on someone's live. And there's a couple where I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Hey, look at this. Dragonfly spirit and frog spirit. Truth transcends illusion. Yes. And frog spirit. Clear out the clutter. Okay. Well, I love dragonflies and I love frogs. So we're off to a great start here. Oh, that dragonfly has a little crown. That's cute. Oh, you're a real cute frog. Okay, little beauty queens over here. Okay. Oh, we didn't call in those crowd favorites. God, Jesus, Grandma, Buddha, archangels, all ascended masters, all of my benevolent ancestors. Anyone that you're working and praying with other than Debbie Devil. Okay, Grandmama. Let's get a couple more oracle cards here for the collective. Whale spirit, trust the great mystery. There's a lot of green and a lot of blue. Oh, here we are. Oh, look at this. Lion spirit, be generous of spirit. A little beauty queen, and then we got woke up to old Bobcat here. Life is a mystery. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here about like, well, there's two things that have to do with the mystery. Let's see here. Bobcat, I'm gonna put you right in the middle. Or do you want to go beside Lion? Okay, so we have two things that go in the water, two things that go in the land, and dragonflies, they're of the air. But I don't know, they can land on water, and I don't know, I feel like they get everywhere. There's something very soulful about this bobcat. Has me just gripped. Sorry guys, if you can hear that little rattle, it's the baseboard heaters. And then sometimes these walls, when it gets too cold, they start crackling. Oh, welcome to Quebec. Well, to be honest, I'm kind of feeling like there's two of you. I feel like collective, this is you, but I also feel like this person. Actually, And whale, okay, so this is, okay, spirit has me doing some fun stuff. Okay, so we're going to put whale spirit underneath lion spirit. Yeah, there's two people here. It's you and another. Is this going to be a smoochy reading? Like a real one? Not a fake deek. Yeah, like a little decoy here. Okay. Frog's going to go underneath, which I believe is your energy, Bobcat. Okay, and then Dragonfly. This feels like spirit. Look at that little crown. Yeah, there feels... Okay, so we're going to like this. Okay. Yes. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so we've got that. Heck, let's pull out a couple more. Let's see where this is going to take us. Well, either way, I love the two energies. Like your energy and, oh my god. Okay, so on your Bobcat, it's ruled by the number 8, but on the traditional strength card with the lion in the deck is 8. Okay. Okay, so what deck next? You know what? I'm just gonna go straight to some Romance Oracle. Let's just get right to the point, to the meat and potatoes of who this person is. Oh my god, imagine it's just like a relative. I don't think so, but let's find out. Okay, Grandmama. I see a big old lion kitty here looking handsome as fuck. And I see Bobcat over here. Okay, it's basically Grandmama. I feel like there's two people here who probably need a smoochie. Let's just confirm. What is this? What is this relationship on the table? What am I working with? Playfulness. Yeah, like two little kittens. What does it say? To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Couldn't agree more. Ooh, yeah, two little chatons. Meow, meow, meow. Kitty whiskers. What's this guy? Let your friends help you. Oh, so it's this dragonfly. Yeah, there's a co-pilot here. Okay. Is that a friend? I believe it is. Okay, so we have a little co-pilot friend bringing you two together. Okay, Grandmama, give me two more. What's this guy? Soulmate. Meow. Right on. Yes, this is your soulmate. Okay. One more. This one. You deserve love. And look, she looks like Artemis. With her bow here. Okay. Not mad about it. Okay. So now, let's put that away. Now we can get into the lights here. So, okay, let's just hop right into it. Well, I still want to know about you. Like, I still want to get a gauge on your energy here. But now that we know that we're dealing with Smoochy Town over here. Okay, you guys go like this. You guys go like this. Well, with you guys being big kitty energy, but you both have animals that go in the water. So you could have some water sign placements, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, somewhere in your chart. You don't have to. This to me speaks of emotions. Oh yeah, the walls are crackling. Ooh. I feel like this is like what your little feelings sound like. It's like ice cracking. Ooh, below the surface. That's right. Oh, hey now. Hey now. That was the death card, but you know what? I need a sip of coffee about it, and yeah, like underneath ice, that tension, the crackling, it's nerve-wracking. I'm also seeing that scene in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind when Kate Winslet and what's-his-nuts, Jim Carrey, they're just starting to hang out, and so they go out onto the ice at night, and they lay there on the ice. Anyway, I don't know. Do we have another winter romance coming in? Oh, you know I love to see it. This little husky pup. Oh, okay. So Grandmama, I feel like collective is this big old bobcat. The chariot. Where are you off to, little bobcat? Are you wanting to run and get playful with the other kitty? I think so. Well, going back to what I was saying about water signs, though, the chariot is ruled by Cancer. Okay, so this is your energy, hot to trot. Look at you go, and see, see the movement and the speed. And this in the corner always makes me think of a tornado. Okay. Okay, so you're in the chariot. You're making moves. You're really looking forward to the future. Yeah, you're like, giddy up. Okay. Well, and the bobcat is facing me directly. So your present energy is bobcat. Now, bobcats, though, what I love about them is they're so quiet. Like, in Canada, they'll just be perched up in a tree. I mean, cougars and bobcats, like, they are very quiet kitties anyways. But bobcats in particular, very shy, very private, keeps to themselves. Got big old mitts. Oh, Papa. Okay, what's going on? Who are you watching? Oh, you're watching that big kitty. Yeah, you're sitting up in that big tree quietly. Oh, you're sitting up in your big tree quietly watching that big old lion. Okay. Okay, so what's next, Grandma? So collective. Page of Cups. Look at this. Well, it's interesting too in this Page of Cups because you see like the skyline, and it also looks like clouds, even though it could technically be like the foam from the water. But up close, this looks like the sky. And we see that like the ground and sky are kind of all mixed up here. But again, there's this emphasis on like two elements at once, like earth and water or air and this. So Cancer has come through quite a bit here. Hey, with the air and water, one of you could even be like me, air sign on the cusp of Cancer. But it could be any of the cuspers, like you could be a Pisces on the cusp of Aries. Or even like Sag and Capricorn, because this is making me think of Sag's bow. Okay. Oh, speaking of, look at this. Look at this energy. Oh my. Now, we're just referencing it. I'm going to shuffle. Okay. So what's going underneath your chariot? Yeah, you're very intense. Like that bobcat is just staring. Oh boy. 5 of Cups is going underneath your chariot. But this is also reminding me of cats in the sense, you know how cats always knock cups of water or glasses or something like that off of a thing? Yeah, this is giving that kind of cat energy where you're like bored, disenchanted, and you're looking to, yeah, your playfulness is turning into mischief, like you're bored. You're not content. Okay, so there's a discontent here, which is probably why you're in that chariot. Okay, so let's go to the Page of Swords. What's going underneath, Grandmama? The Tower. Ooh, look at those nuts roll. Okay. I'm hearing that song again, knock on wood. It's like thunder. It's like lightning. The way you love me is frightening. Yeah, and then there's a bunch of ooze. Yeah, it's a great song. It's a bit of a disco song. Anyway. Okay, so what's going on? So Page of Cups, when pigs will fly, feels very fantastical, but I feel like that's what that line is, not person. Okay, so what's up with this Page of Cups? Is it this one? No. What's going underneath the Page of Cups? This guy, the Hanged Man. Okay. Well, there's something here about feet being above the head. Well, I do a lot of that sometimes, like with all of my stretching and stuff. Yeah. Feet over the head. Oh, head over heels? Head over heels. But actually, this would be heels over head. Okay, but I think with spirit, because as soon as I heard that, I was like, okay. Because I was like, what are we talking about? Okay, head over heels. Very good. All right. So what is going underneath the chariot to the Five of Cups? The Hierophant. This is the one where I'm like, God's little chucklehead here. Okay. Yes. Okay, so Page of Swords to the Tower. What's this about? What are we doing? The Star. I feel like it's literally like your prayer is heard and it's immediate. See how this string, to me, it's like that lightning. It's just like you're wishing upon a star, and look at that. Okay. You know I love to see it. All right, so head over heels for you, or you're head over heels for them. Okay, Page of Cups to the Hanged Man. The Seven of Swords. Well, again, there's this emphasis on the feet. This guy, I know it looks real shisty as hell. Like, look at that. It's got a little shank there. But it's like moving quietly. Oh yeah, because even cats, yeah, like when they're, yeah, this is giving more of that pouncing, you know, when little kitties get down, or big kitties. Yeah, it's the stance. Okay. So let's clarify. Okay. Okay, so what's going on with your chariot? Because we see movement, but it may not have to do with this person. Oh, wait, I just want to clarify real quick. The dragonfly, I feel like this is like a co-pilot. I feel like this is a friend or it's spirit. Oh yeah, because we do have the Hierophant. Oh, and it matches this lotus. It is, it's spirit. That's why there's a big old crown. Okay, see? Wait, where did I? Oh yeah, this flower. Yeah, this lotus to this lotus. Yeah, a little crown. Yeah, when spirit isn't wearing a side braid, has a little crown on his head. Okay. Where did you go? Oh yeah, you went like that. Okay. So you know what? Not even going to clarify. It's spirit. Okay, so what is going on with the chariot? Where are you racing off to? Work. Okay, so you travel a lot for work. There's movement in work. Okay, tell me a bit more about work. Oh, Ace of Cups. You love what you do. Oh. Yeah, you travel a lot for work, but I feel like you watch this person in your downtime in between traveling for work. Okay, you really love what you do, though. I have the moon cycles. Okay, tell me a bit more. Knight of Pentacles to the Knight of Wands. Well, it feels like it ties into this Knight, or rather, the Page of Swords. So yeah, because what I'm seeing is yeah, I wonder what you do for work. Either way, you travel a lot for work. You're busy, but you love what you do. And see, there's a lot of paperwork here. Oh, interesting. Spirit is showing me you love what you do for work, like traditionally. Like you have a normal job, a career, I would say. Um, yeah, I just hear your fingers over. There's a lot of paperwork. There's a lot of signing. You oversee a lot of things. So again, a lot of information. You make a lot of decisions. What's so interesting though is that, oh yeah, going back to the two elements. So there's a part of you that's what I call all business. But you have this very interesting other side to you that is, I don't think it's surprising. I think it just might be surprising to some of the people in your life. And you love both. Maybe this is interesting. Maybe you also just recently, like these are the type of energies where I say, like, for instance, you wouldn't normally watch a YouTube tarot card reading. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but there's just some people, like, it's not on their radar. It's just not something they would do. You're giving the kind of energy where you're all business, very traditional in some respects, but there's this other side of you that is a little bit, going back to the words playful. Oh yeah, we had something here about the truth. Oh, clear out the clutter. Who had the truth card? Oh yeah, truth transcends illusion. There's something here about you searching for the truth. And you do it in both landscapes. The practical and with the Hierophant here in institutions, yeah, people, places, and things where it's very traditional, but the truth is emphasized. But then you're someone who's also searching for more meaning, larger truths outside of these institutions. But because you're facing what I'm going to say is like a more spiritual pile, I feel as though you're on a bit of a journey right now to kind of discover things. But either way, you're loving it. And you also travel a lot for work in your regular job. And while that's going on, you are watching someone. Okay, let's see who you're watching. Because it may not be this lion over here. Okay, so let's clarify the Page of Swords. Oh, Five of Wands, conflict. Hold on, let's get out this card. We gotta start reviewing here. Well, going back to like your work though, because she's balanced on what I would say is the sword of truth. Because either way, the swords are about information, analysis, learning. Okay, so is this about you learning truths about something? There's a lot of conflict here. So you're looking into it. Okay, interesting. Tell me a bit more about this looking into. Yeah, you're into searching, like I would be surprised. Let's see if we get the Justice card for you. This feels very like, I don't know, the Sword of Truth. And then because I keep looking at You Deserve Love, the Sag, what I keep saying is Sag's bow, but Sag is renowned for their honesty. Yeah, like the arrows of truth. Okay, so Grandmama, tell me about this Page of Swords to the Five of Wands. Judgment. It's almost like getting the Justice card. Oh, it's your own inner conflict. I think there's an inner conflict here around this new part of you searching out different truths. Truths about yourself, truths about the world. Again, there's something here about your work. The Hierophant, I'm telling you, there's a career that you're in. Like, even if it was like you worked for like the IRS or like Revenue Canada, like there's still something here about, there's so much analysis. And with analysis, there's this idea of like black and white truths, or just like, again, like I'm seeing written like numbers, like, you know, printed off, and letters. So like very factual. But when I see this other part of you leaning into some kind of spirituality or a philosophy, because Buddhism, for instance, considers itself more of a philosophy, but it's like you're leaving kind of your more traditional world and exploring other ideas, and you love both. That's what's so great about you. You don't negate one for the other. You love both. But there's some type of conflict around truth, like an inner truth for you. And it's like you're letting it go. Because judgment is about making a judgment, and it's a pretty big one. Interesting. Oh my god, this is so intriguing. Can I know a little bit more, Grandmama? The Queen of Cups. Feeling knowing. Wait, and where? See, and there's something even about her sweater. Like the way, yeah, there's like a tight collar here. But see how even when there's like a bit of formality, there's also a bit of looseness, like casual jeans, but like a button-up collar. There's a blending, again, the two worlds, the two elements. But there's something about your analysis where you're like, I feel like either you're the Justice card or like the Queen of Swords, King of Swords, where it's like really cerebral. And part of this new part of yourself, or kind of dipping your feet into both worlds, is like feeling knowing the truth. Because truth resonates. I wonder if you're having a bit of like, again, I feel like I'm talking to someone, this isn't your normal go-to. So I feel like any new gifts and abilities, like a bit of psychicness for you, that could be really new for you. And so you're learning about it. I don't know, there's something here. Now, let's get into the Page of Cups. Wow. Yeah, we haven't even begun to talk about this line. We're just talking about like your work and your new gifts and abilities, and like the truth. Okay, so Grandmama, what's up with this Page of Cups? The Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so this is your energy. Again, it's like all of a sudden, because again, with the feet not being, like, being of the sky, not being grounded, it also being quite fantastical, like when pigs fly. So there's something here about, because the Seven of Pentacles is always about time put in. So we know a lot of time has been put into something. A lot of effort. So there's some type of fantastical idea, whatever that looks like to you, and you've now managed to bring it down. There's just like a bridging of two worlds, because even when I look at the roots here, yeah, it's like taking your two worlds of really traditional and then really untraditional, and somehow you're mixing it together, and it's taking root. This is so nice. I really love this. Okay. Okay. So now we have the Five of Cups. Yeah, you've been really, like, nothing outside of, like, these kind of new discoveries for yourself, like how we see you in that Eight of Pentacles, where, like, you're all by yourself, you got your lotions, your potions, you're writing, but outside of this kind of inner landscape experience that you're having, yeah, there's like a disenchantment here with the Five of Cups, like ennui, boredom. Yeah, you need something to get fired up about. But we see that you're fired up about your work and like whatever kind of spiritual, if we could call it that. I'm not sure that it is. It seems a little bit. Just the opposite of what your regular life is. There's like an inner landscape. Yeah. Okay, so then something happens. The Tower. Grandmama, what's the Tower for collective? You end up leaving. Why? The Magician. You have to leave to create the things that you want. There's something about... Okay, is this around work or love or like... Because I see that you travel for work. Oh, the Empress. Yeah, you need to be fulfilled. I don't know what's going on for you and what ways that you're not fulfilled. But see how there's a natural migration. See, even the school of fish, they follow a natural migration. We see the orbit. So it's like you're being pulled. Yeah, being pulled. Your boat is being pulled by the crows. So you're naturally in this like magnetic orbit. And this is where old Chucklehead here, yeah, it's a divine thing. Okay. And so you're co-creating together. Oh, I love this. Okay, so that clarified that. Okay, where are we here? So that would go next, that would go next. Okay, so it's the Hanged Man next. Okay. Yeah, you're really into this different perspective. There's been some kind of shift. It almost reminds me of the story of Siddhartha, right? When he's a young man and his father has kept him in his, the palatial grounds his whole life. The father always made sure that if Siddhartha left the palatial grounds, that all sickness, old people, like anything that, was removed. And then one day, Siddhartha realized, because he snuck out and saw real life and was just like, what is this? What is this aging? What is sickness? What is like leprosy and like hunger and like poverty? It's like something in your world has shifted, but because you're so about the truth, and the truth is like, it pertains to anything and everything. So you're all about this different perspective. And see how peaceful she is? Like, this is a very relaxed and comfortable Hanged Man. Also, one of which, like, she's put herself there, and it's more like a swing. Also, like, the arching of the back, like, when you open up the chest, too, like, even though it's not technically, but, like, that to me is also about really opening up the heart. Okay, so interesting. We're at 34 minutes. We haven't even begun to talk about this person. Okay, Grandmama. The Lovers. And look what we have there. The Archer's Bow. You deserve love. So there's something in choosing to discover yourself and the world in this new way, that you discover this lion. Okay. So now let's go back to the Hierophant. Okay, so Spirit's here. Your wingman. Yeah, they've been planning this. Oh man, they have been planning this technically with you, but you just can't remember. This has been in the works for a while. Yeah, see, and remember? Yeah, side braid. God is having a chuckle. Oh yeah, because you can't remember. You can't remember the plan, but God does. And God is just like, this is delightful. Is everyone having a good time? And everyone's just like, what the fuck's going on? Can you hear my prayers? Okay, but as we saw, see, you've been praying. There's been this instinct, this thread. You know. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's clarify the star, because that star was right under the tower. Oh boy. The sun. See? And the chest being open. It's just like, whatever that type of happiness looks like for you, it's here. Okay, so now we have this Seven of Swords. Sneaking around. Who's sneaking around? Yeah, Grandma. Let's clarify. Oh, two. A King of Swords to the Eight of Cups. It's you. Remember I said you're sharp. Yeah, you're leaving. You're leaving. Okay, what are you leaving? Your old life? I think so. There's so much moving. Yeah. Okay, well, you're single as a Pringle, but you're doing great. Okay, so now, let's talk about this lion, your soulmate. We see the lovers here. We see the sun. We see that you don't see this coming. Oh, King of Wands, look at that line. Don't you love when this happens in the cards? Oh! Holy fuck, boys. Okay. Anything else? Well, we know they're a soulmate. Okay, so let's talk about how does this person come in? Oh, they're the Emperor. I don't know. And it's like the same person. Well, we do have Sag here. This person could be a Sag, an Aries. Well, going back to orbit, see, they're sitting on their little planet. Maybe while you're orbiting out there in space, getting around on your adventure, because you're having kind of like a magical but existential crisis. You're just like, what is the meaning to life? Yeah, I feel like you're someone who was probably raised pretty, like, I don't know, the word traditional, that's going to mean a lot of different things to people. But I just feel like either middle to upper middle class, you had most of the things that you needed, you had a great education, you probably figured out pretty early on in life what you wanted your career to be. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean by traditional. Kind of these markers of just like, ka-chink, ka-chink, ka-chink. And then something happened. I mean, we do see a lot of walking away, so, you know, things like divorce, death, and illness can really, again, make you get into that existential crisis of like, what is this? Who am I? What is the point? What the fuck is going on? Okay. Yeah, tell me a little bit more about how you two... Oh, back to the stars. See? The big dip. I feel like this is the spirit team. It's just... We saw, yeah, like thunder and lightning. I think it's just gonna come on in. Well, because the other cards basically talk about soulmate, like, I'm gonna just kind of leave it here, to be honest. I'm gonna leave it here. This person looks incredible. I feel like the emphasis, though, is on the truth. Like this new life for you. It's like a whole bunch of things. And I love it. I love to see it. Okay. On that note, stay blessed, stay golden, stay curious. I love this. Keep chasing the truth. Ugh. The lion to the king to the emperor. Just love that. What a smoke show to the lovers. Soulmate. It's playful. Yeah. Okay. Stay blessed, stay golden, okay? Go get a smoochie.